Hi everyone. I want to talk today about the valley of dry bones. And you can find that story in Ezekiel chapter 37. Now in Ezekiel 37, the prophet Ezekiel finds himself transported in vision to a valley which was strewn with old bones, human bones. And what Ezekiel was doing here was standing in the middle of an open graveyard. And in the third verse, just going to read one verse to you, the third verse of Ezekiel 37, the Lord asked Ezekiel a question. So the prophet standing there surveying this scene of devastation, this scene of death and decay and dryness and hopelessness. And the Lord asks him a question. And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? Can these bones live? Well, surely the obvious answer was no. What did Ezekiel answer? Ezekiel says, and I answered, O Lord God, thou knowest. Thou knowest. Can these bones live? From a human point of view, no. But from God's point of view, can these bones live? Lord God, thou knowest. Ezekiel's answer reminds me very much of what Jesus said in Matthew 19 and 26, where Jesus said, with God, all things are possible. When Jesus said that, he was talking about camels going through the eye of a needle. Can a camel go through the eye of a needle? Definitely not. But Jesus said, with God, all things are possible. You see, from a human standpoint, a camel cannot go through the eye of a needle. Dead, dried out bones cannot live again, but with God, all things are possible, because God is perfectly capable of dissolving a camel into molecules, passing each molecule through the eye of a needle, and then reassembling the camel and breathing life once more into it. And that's what the Lord did with these dead, dry bones that Ezekiel encountered. He brought the bones together, caused sinews and flesh to grow on them, and then he breathed life into them. You see, Ezekiel gave the correct answer to the question, O Lord, thou knowest, because with God all things are possible. Maybe today you feel like one of those dry bones lying on the valley floor. Maybe you feel completely dried up. Maybe you feel lifeless and past use. Maybe you're suffering with sickness today, or with depression. Maybe age is getting to you, or maybe it's a spiritual dryness that has set in. Look, I want to tell you something, that with God, all things are possible. If God could join together ancient dry bones lying on that valley floor, well, God can once more bring life to you. Once more, God can restore your spirit. He can restore your physical health. He can restore your spiritual health, your mental health, whatever your need is this day. God is able, because with God, all things are possible. I want to direct you again to that verse from Ephesians chapter 3, verse 20, which says that God, our God, your God, is able to do exceeding abundantly above all that we can ask or think, according to the power that worketh in us. You see, when the human answer is no, you know, when your family, when your friends, maybe even when your doctor says no, it's the end, there's no hope. I want to tell you there is hope, because our God is able, and with God all things are possible. God is able to meet your need.